People say, you will have heard this, people say, you can't joke about anything these days. Watch me now. I say you can joke about anything, but not with anyone. I think with the good people of Basingstoke tonight should be fine, right? Yeah. Love the energy, let's see. We're going to kick off with some short, edgy jokes, see how we get along, see if we're going to be friends. Eyes down, everyone, let's do this. I bought my girlfriend a bath bomb. I say that. Toaster. She was shocked. When my girlfriend found out I'd been drunk driving, she hit the roof. I was in Hong Kong. Their Chinatown is fucking massive. I've got a half-brother. Sorry, transgender. I'm allergic to latex, so my dentist has to wear special condoms. I like it when the girl puts the condom on for you, but I was asked to leave the pharmacy. It's a cliche, I suppose, but I used to tell jokes at school to stop kids from bullying me. I used to shout mean things like, "Get out of our playground, you paedophile." Not feelings. My art teacher at school was a paedophile. Yeah, so it really was back to the drawing board. I write a lot of my jokes on my iPhone, but the autocorrect is always fucking up the lunch line. Everyone here's got a mobile phone, right? Yeah. And they're incredible. They've done so much for us, the mobile phones, but it has come at a price. Yeah, those mobile phones, they've robbed us of our ability to concentrate. Good example, last week I had to do a simple piece of mental arithmetic. Of course I couldn't do it in my head, needed the app on the phone. Before I'd even opened the calculator app, I checked my email, updated my Instagram and hit a side list. Thanks, man. Great. Are you all aware of the mobile phones secretly listening to your conversation? It's creepy, right? You'll be chatting to a friend about the good old days, and then for the next 2 weeks you're bombarded with adverts for anal beads and butt plugs. My girlfriend wants to be tied up, but it turns out really scared of railway tracks. At school, my partner was head girl. Not an official title, that's what we called her. I used to date a girl who was incredible in bed, seriously. She could suck the bend out of a river. But loud, my God. When she came, it sounded like a monkey on fire biting the nuts off a pig. It's an expression. When I masturbate, thanks for asking. When I masturbate, I always put my pinky up. So it looks like a fancy lady is fingering my arsehole. There's a sub-genre of porn called POV porn, point of view porn. So it's shot from the man's perspective, so you see what the man sees when he's having sex with the lovely lady in the pornographic film. I'm going to make POV porn, not a money-making scheme. I'm going to make POV porn, but from the woman's perspective. It's going to be super easy to film as well, because it's just a close-up of a headboard, a pillow, a ceiling, and some dude's feet. Well, people say men are more visual than women. Are we? I think we just have a better view, don't we? Think about it, there's a bit of reverse cowgirl going on. We're thinking her arse looks amazing. She's thinking he needs to clip his toenails. Do any couples watch porn together? Who watches porn as a couple? Quite a few. Enthusiastic one, I'm glad it works for you. It didn't work for us at all. We tried very different tastes. She likes stuff with proper, she likes stuff with narrative, proper characterization. I like stuff with animals. I was watching Gaping Anuses 3. Planet of the Games. And sure, I enjoyed it, but there were some pretty big holes in the plot. This next joke is very much a canary in the mine. It's there to test the air. Okay, Okay, so good luck with this. It doesn't change anything. Your reaction to this does not change the jokes I'm going to tell you this evening. It just tells me how much you're going to enjoy our time together. Good luck. I was in a grocery store a couple of weeks ago. They had a special on. He was collecting the cards. I think we're going to be fine, aren't we? We're going to be friends. And hey, no offence, one of my best friends is a special needs teacher. By saying it's a special needs teacher, it's a totally normal school, but it's in Norfolk, so you know. Has anyone in from Norfolk? Aye. What are you working with, my friend? Just the one set of grandparents? Come on, family tree like a fucking broom handle. You didn't meet the missus on Tinder, did you? Or was it Ancestry.com? And that's giving him the benefit of the doubt. He may well be siblings with benefits. Too close to home? He'll be living when he gets those jokes. My girlfriend snores quite a lot. Has anyone else got that problem? Yeah, my girlfriend snores quite a lot, but thankfully I've got these noise-cancelling fists. Gaslighting, if you're not familiar, gaslighting is where you make your partner sort of question their view of reality. I got accused of gaslighting by my girlfriend. I had to explain to her that that was not what was happening. Take your time, that's the thing. Anyone here in a controlling relationship? Raise your partner's hand. I'm no good with ages, like especially with young women. It could be mid-20s, it could be 15, you just don't know. Well, there's a story. I was in Covent Garden, very touristy bit of London, Covent Garden, sat on the piazza there, having a cup of tea, minding my business. This beautiful, willowy-looking model of a girl comes in, sits opposite me, and just keeps on looking over, like tons of eye contact, very flirty, and very obvious about it. Now, that does not happen to me very often, so I was incredibly flattered, but I couldn't tell how old she was, and I thought, well, I'm not taking a chance. I'll ask. I just straight up asked. I said, excuse me, do you mind me asking? How old are you? She said, I'm 23. I said, I'm sorry for wasting your time. It's just a joke, as far as any of you can prove. Last year I lost my father to dementia. I guess we could have stuck around for longer to look for him, but fuck it. The great thing about that is anyone offended won't remember. I did an interview, like with a proper broadsheet newspaper, and they asked me, how would you like to die? So, well, ideally, drowning in pussy. I've just got to figure out how to get them wet. Follow-up question, where would you like to be buried? I said, balls deep in your mum. Oh, I've written a two-word joke. I'm quite pleased with this, because I've written a joke for an unsung group within our society, a group that I don't think gets the respect that they deserve. Stepdads. We got any stepdads in? Stepdad there, what was your name, my friend? What's your name? Paul. Paul, he's saying Paul. Paul! I've written you a joke, Paul. Won't take long, it's only two words. Stepdads, motherfuckers. And Paul, no one is telling you how to parent. I'm sure you do a terrific job as is. All I would say is, the next time, you see the kids, maybe as soon as breakfast tomorrow morning, you point it out to them. You say, look kids, stepdad is an inherently disrespectful term. From here on in, motherfucker. Now finish your Cocoa Puffs, I'm just going to nip upstairs and fuck your mum. Is this the MILF in question, Paul? Very nice. Came with a bit of baggage, you couldn't give a fuck, good on you. How many socks have you got, Paul? Socks. You're not familiar with the term? Socks. Some other cunt's kids.
I can remember that one, yeah. Some other cunt's kids. That's good, isn't it?
Climate change, let's talk about it. Climate change is like my niece. It's getting hotter every year. It's not as bad as you think. She'll be 6 next month. Well, I don't even like the term niece. I prefer to say NUF. My girlfriend is vegan. Sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you that, and I assume she's already told you. Are there any vegans here? We got any vegans? One vegan over there. What's your name, mate? What's your name? Oh, you're vegan. Hey, what's your name? What's your name? Hayley? Kaylee. Hayley. Hey, Hayley. Hi. Well, I'm not going to make jokes about vegan food. I think it will be tasteless. I do have a question though, because my girl is vegan and she had a question about veganism. Maybe you can help me out, Hayley. She wants to know, is semen okay for vegans? Because if it isn't, she's got to stop having tennis lessons. What do you think, Hayley? Depends what they've eaten. Interesting. What an intriguing answer. So what's the best case scenario, Hayley? Pineapple, best case scenario. Okay, and what's the worst case scenario? What, sorry? Steak. Red steak. I'm going back to him. The Hawaiian pizza's a real fucking dilemma. Oh, lovely. Oh, there's an aftertaste. Best answer, that's a pretty good answer, Hayley. Best answer I've ever had on that, there was a vegan lady sitting down in front of one of my shows. I said, is semen okay for vegans? And she went, human semen. What the fuck? How are you going to get to that? I know vegans are meant to love animals, but it sounds like you really fucking love animals. Knife crime. That's the big problem in the UK. Knife crime. What can be done? Well, simple solution. Guns. Hey, there's no knife crime in America, is there? So, America. Are there any Americans in? Got any Americans? There's normally one or two around here, no? Good. Christ, they're very quiet if there are. Maybe that's why they were made to leave. Well, we're sort of divided by a common language, aren't we? So the Americans and the British. We would say trousers, they would say pants, we would say pavement, they would say sidewalk, we would say, oh no, don't shoot. They would say, oops. And there's two sides to the gun debate, aren't there? Two sides. Some Americans have got legitimate reasons for wanting to own AR-15 assault rifles, like, what if you want to murder a lot of children in a hurry? So in America, the Supreme Court are stopping women from aborting fetuses. They don't feel, they've got hearts, they're brainless, yet somehow the Supreme Court are in charge. When my girlfriend got pregnant, sure, I thought about all the options. Should I, take care of the problem? But then I thought, could I really take a human life? Well, 2 if you count the fetus. Abortion, let's talk about it, everyone. Well, I think we spent a lot more time thinking about, debating abortion if we all knew how close we had come. Let's do a little social experiment in Basingstoke this evening. Just give me one of those, like a little Ripley applause. Give me one of those. If and only if your parents were under the age of 20 when they had you. Where are you? Is anyone clapping? You need to know there was a conversation. And that conversation didn't go Dan's way. Alright, give me one of those if you're the youngest of 4. Where are you? Youngest of 4, okay? Well, you need to know there was a conversation. And that conversation didn't go Dan's way. Alright, give me one of those if you have a ginger-haired mum. Far fewer of those. their fucking foot down. Is anyone here anti-vax? Who's anti-vax? Yeah. One bloke there. Fair enough. A lot of you didn't make it. Where's the anti-vax guy? Where am I looking? Oh, hi. What's your name, my friend? What's your name? Alf. What's your name? Dalf. Dalf. Sure. Let's go with that. Well, Dalf, here's what I think. You're entitled to your opinion, right? You're entitled to your opinion. Here's what I think we should have an opt-in, opt-out on the whole of Western medicine. Opt-in, opt-out on the whole of Western medicine. So you're either with us or you're not. So Delph, no COVID vaccine, no problem. Good luck with the polio. What? I feel pretty confident making that joke because no cunt is getting polio these days. Do you know why, Delph? What do you do, Delph? You're a therapist. He may be a dyslexic rapist, we'll find out. Could be, couldn't it? From the rapist, wait, no. What kind of therapy, Delph? Just psychotherapy. Christ, do my case work? What's going on? So helping people with anxiety, depression, that kind of caper? Fucking brilliant. Who are you here with? Who are you rolling with? What's it? What? Your friend? Are you fucking or not? What's going on? We need to know more. What's it? He wishes.
In my plums.
Yeah. Go on then. You're not saving it for special, get involved, love. Is it because he hasn't had his vaccines? Fair enough. Of course, the anti-vax people won't like those jokes. Of course, they're not going to take the vaccine, they can even take a fucking joke. I was in a restaurant recently, it said on the menu, no trans fats. I thought, really? They should serve anyone. If Sam Smith wants to have his dinner in here, this next joke might get me cancelled. Let's treat ourselves, shall we? Transgender people aren't what they used to be. And really, there's two issues. There's trans and there's non-binary. And they often get conflated in our media, but they're very separate issues. So non-binary, that's the one with the pronouns. There's now 10 pronouns. It's pretty easy. I'll quickly go through it so we're all on the same page. The 10 pronouns now are he, she, they, them, it, gross, what is that? Here's the thing, I'm very on board. I will call you what you want to be called. I will treat you with respect, always. But, I'm also going to make jokes about it. My pronouns are he. Because I identify as a comedian. Alright, here's a question, right, just for the women in the room. Who teaches you the towel thing? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Every woman in this room has an ability no man on earth possesses. Every woman in here can make a perfect turban from a towel. Any bathroom, any towel. I've travelled the world and it's the same toweling origami wherever you go. It's up in seconds, it's quite the feat of engineering. It's there for the day if you fucking want it. Well, no man has ever tried that, every woman can do that. Well, that simple observation on gender difference, that, my friends, is how we're going to solve the whole trans debate. You're welcome. So if you have gender dysphoria, we're going to pop you in a shower. When you come out, we're going to throw you a towel. We're going to see how you do. If you you make a perfect turban, the ladies' changing room is this way. If you floss yourself, we have a few more questions. Huh? And I'm not being transphobic there, because trans women are women, so if anything, it's old-fashioned misogyny. Are there any gay people in? You got gay people in the house? Is there a local bylaw? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Well, most of my gay friends knew this, none of my straight friends knew it. Until, it's so stupid, but it's true. Until 1979, globally, homosexuality was classified as a mental illness. An illness! Does that mean you could phone in sick? Sorry, boss. No, I can't come in today. No, nothing like that, no. No, I can't stop thinking about dicks and balls and plants. Yeah, it's probably just a 24-hour thing, yeah, No, I'll walk it off. Yep, in the park, yeah. They say 1 man in 10 is gay, but surely 1 man in just 1 man is pretty gay. 1 man in 10 is showboating. I don't like having sex outdoors, but that is where women walk at night. I used to share a house with a woman who swore a ghost was having sex with her in her dreams. I thought, Jesus Christ. From now on, I've got to mash 2 pills into her food. Only 15% of rapes are ever reported, and only 2% of those ever lead to a conviction. Now, I'm not advocating rape, but I like those odds. All I'm saying is, if rape was a horse, you'd have a bet on it. Do you want to hear my rape fantasy? Someone goes to jail for rape. Look, those are very clearly jokes about rape, but we don't take rape seriously enough as a culture, as a society, and I can prove it. It's in our language. We've still got the phrase, date rape. We shouldn't be calling anything date rape, and we should be calling date rape, rape. That's what fucking happened. Right, I'm right about this. No other crime comes with a qualifier, right? We wouldn't stand for it if the vast majority of rapes happened to men. You've never had this conversation. Do you hear about Steve? What happened to Steve? He got circus murdered. Sorry, Steve got murdered? Well, no, we had a lovely day at the circus. And then he was murdered, so you know. Circus murdered. You can hear it now. Date rape my arse. Well, so far we've covered rape, pornography, child abuse, domestic violence, abortion, murder, gun control and trans issues. We're right on schedule, everyone. Of course, telling jokes like that, I'm going to get cancelled. That's the bad news. The good news is I'm going down swinging. May as well, eh? The joke that ends my career, odds are it's already out there. It's on Netflix or YouTube somewhere. There's fuck all we can do about it now. Might as well have a fucking giggle. I mean, you hear some horror stories about cancel culture. I heard a story about this woman in London last year, right? Good woman, right? She got cancelled, lost her job, lost status, lost friends, right? A good woman. She worked for a charity that helps the learning disabled, and she got cancelled over a typo. You believe that? A typo. You know the G and the T are right next to each other on the keyboard, the G and the T, they're right there next to each other. Easy enough mistake to make. Well, what she wanted to write at the end of the letter to the charity supporters was, kind regards. Now, if you haven't got that yet, the charity she was working for was helping people like you. This woke nonsense, it's gone too far, hasn't it? When's it going to stop? We've even got a male queen now. The last time I got cancelled, I upset the gypsies. Thankfully, they've moved on. You can't go around apologising for jokes, right? They're fucking jokes. So I've got a plan. The next time I get cancelled over a joke, I'm going to come out on the day of the cancellation, the day the news story breaks. I'm going to make a public statement. I've rehearsed this. I'm going to say, I'm sorry. And the people that I've upset will say, you don't really mean that apology. And I'll say, so you're saying I can say something and not mean it? Now you get it. Of course, sometimes in life, and you all know this, sometimes in life you find yourself having to make an apology, but what you really want to say is, fuck you. And there's a phrase for that. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel that way. It's got all the fuck you energy. They can't touch you for it. I'm sorry you feel that way. The English language is good like that. It's very nuanced, isn't it? Like, good luck is a nice thing to say. Isn't it? Good luck, nice thing to say to anyone. But add the words with that. Good luck with that. Oh, you might as well have shat in their oven. And jokes for me are like magnets. They attract some people. Great to see you here this evening out for a laugh. They attract some people, but like magnets, they attract and they repel. Some people are repelled by my jokes, and they're sat at home now, online, trying to get me fucking cancelled. And to those people I say, I'm sorry you feel that way. Good luck with that. Alright, I feel warmed up. Should we try some controversial jokes?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm serious. I lose people on this next bit. I tell you why things are going to get cancelled. Because they fucked a kid and then they talked about it. 100% God is going to get cancelled. Strap in. Well, Mary was 14 when the Holy Ghost came upon her. They say came upon her, but some of it went in. Come on. The Holy Ghost. I think the Holy in question was Mary's vajayjay, wasn't it? So the Holy Spirit fucked Mary. Mary never heard from the Holy Spirit again. Talk about getting ghosted. Do you think when Mary, Mother of God, was fucking Joseph, your favourite Paul, the original motherfucker? Do you think when Mary, Mother of God, was fucking Joseph, and Joseph made Mary come, Mary shouted, God! Awkward, that's her ex. Well, what was the alternative? Jesus Christ? He's in the next room thinking, shut up, Mum! Someone came up to me after a show, like really earnestly, and went, Jesus died for your sins. I said, oh great, so now I've killed the Son of God and 2 prostitutes. Alright, let's class this up, shall we? When Michelangelo was commissioned by the Vatican to paint the creation of Adam, he really knew his audience, and that's why he gave Adam a child's penis. Classy joke. You all know the story of Adam and Eve, right? Everyone knows that story. So God took one of Adam's ribs in order to make Eve, but God had taken one of Adam's ribs, so suddenly Adam didn't need Eve, he could suck his own cock. Silly old God. And look, I tell these jokes now. I'm an atheist now, but I wasn't always. I was raised Catholic, used to go to church all the time. I mean, late teens, early 20s, I thought I might want to be a priest. But fundamentally, I've just never found kids that attractive. For me, it's more a hobby. I couldn't do it as a full-time job. I'm going to hell, but I hear it's a dry heat. And then Christians in thinking that was all a bit much. Don't worry, it's all made up. We are a little bit tight for time, so I probably can't do my Islamic bit.
Go on, do it!
Well, obviously. I won't be telling the same jokes about Muhammad. I'd feel very comfortable telling about Jesus Christ, and that's because, fun fact, Not a fucking idiot. So if you're sat there as a Christian thinking, well, that's not fair, you make jokes about Christians all day long, but you won't make the same sort of jokes about Muslims, well then maybe, as a Christian, you should think about blowing something up. No one's scared of you. What are the Christians going to do? Forgive me. Good luck with that. People recognise me in the street, they come up to me and go, you look different in real life. I was thinking, well, clearly not that different. You just fucking recognise me. Fair enough, I've had a bit of work done. Even my eye found out, goes, come on mate, put the coat in. Well, people think that Botox can freeze time down. The only thing Botox is going to freeze is your expression. You don't suddenly look 35, you just look surprised you're not. The big thing I had done was the hair transplant. Now, the issue with the hair transplant is it's got transplant in the name, so people imagine there's a donor. There's no donor. I wasn't ghoulishly waiting by the phone for news of a member of BTS in a motorcycle accident, so I could nick a quiff off a corpse. No. What they do is quite socialist in the way, the hair transplant. They take the hair from where it's plentiful, where you've got loads of hair around the back there, they pluck it out individually, and then they replant it where you need it. For me, up the top, across there, yeah. It works. The downside, you know that sensation you get where the hairs on the back of your neck stand up? Well now, when I get that, this bit goes spiky. And if I get creeped out, I look like fucking Tintin. And I'll admit it's an anti-aging thing. They say you can't avoid death or taxes. Well, I've done my best to dodge both. And look, it's vanity, pure and simple, but everyone's hung up about something, right? Good example, my girlfriend's incredibly self-conscious about her big, fat, ugly nose. No offense, baby. I didn't know you'd be here. There's a lady in the front row now looking really paranoid, like, have I got a massive nose and no one's ever told me? Yeah. What's your name? I feel I've been terribly rude. What's your name? How was it? Kaylee. Told you it was fucking Kaylee. Listen. Hey Kaylee, what do you do, Kaylee? You're a scientist. Of course you fucking are. Science. What kind of science do you do? What's it? Microbiology. There's going to be a lot of questions now. What specifically do you work on? What's it? Food and water bacteria. Starting to become a little bit sceptical about this science. What do you mean, food and water bacteria? Food poisoning. You work in food poisoning. Do you work at a KFC? Have you just dressed up your role? I myself, I work as a laughter therapist. I hope you're enjoying your session. I used to work as an underwater ceramic engineer. Washing up. So when people get sick, you do the testing? Ooh. And so where's the worst place? What do you mean you can't say it? Can you not pronounce it? It's probably I think it's pronounced abracadabra. Go on, where's the worst restaurant? Probably Chinese restaurants. Oh, she went racist. Yeah, probably the Chinese. It's probably the Chinese one did it. If you're listening, our new overlords, that's fucking her, not me. I was in a Chinese restaurant recently, actually. I'm going to go there a lot. And they did that thing of saying, have you got any allergies? I said, yeah, cats. He said, I'd advise you eat somewhere else. And how old are you? 30. Sorry for wasting your time. Sorry, Kaylee, it's very rude to ask a lady her age. How much do you weigh? My girlfriend worries I won't find her attractive when she's older. I said, you've been silly, I don't care what you look like when you're older. When you're older, you won't be my girlfriend. Here's my big news. Here's what's been going on in my life the last few years. I became a father, I'm a dad now, I'm a family man. It's a weird thing being congratulated as a man though, if I'm honest, because what did I do? Fuck the missus. Absolute pleasure raw dogging that. What? I liked it. Now, lots of famous people give their kids unusual names and live to regret it. Now, some people consider my son's name to be somewhat unusual, but then they see his little face, and he does just look like an Adolf. It's about 3 days after the birth of my daughter. I said to my partner, I want either anal or oral, you decide. She said, no, I want to give her a normal name. We're having a gender reveal party for our kid, but we're going to wait until it's 21, we want to be sure. Gender reveals, they're supposed to be celebrations, but what if it's a girl? Well, with babies, you can't tell, can you? So you've got to ask, is it a boy or an ugly girl? We had the boy first, it's what the Chinese call a keeper. You did that for Kaylee, you know what she's like. Well, it's weird, when you're with a pregnant woman, like, strangers will stop you in the street. People are not shy about it. People stop you in the street and go, what do you want, a boy or a girl? I said, I wanted a blowjob. They have gender reveal parties. You've all heard of the gender reveal party, right?
Yeah.
But you never hear about a, are we keeping it party? 11 weeks into the pregnancy and you've baked a cake, is it shaped like a baby or a vacuum cleaner? I have 2 kids now, couldn't pick a favourite, little Jimmy, the other one. Here's a little parenting tip if you've got little ones at home. Great way to test if the baby's food is too hot, put a little bit on a spoon, see if they cry. Our boy cried all the time. We found the only thing that calmed him down was being in the car with the engine running. Pro tip, open the garage door. People that get freaked out by breastfeeding in public, they can fuck off, right? Sometimes Daddy gets thirsty. Oh, we've all tried it. Here's a weird thing. Whenever I visit friends that have got a new baby, they always tell me the same thing. They always go, well, the baby has a soft area on the top of his head where the skull is yet to fully form. I think, why are they telling me that? So I know the weak spot if the baby attacks? What did they think I was going to do? Pick it up like a fucking bowling ball? My girlfriend wants me to have my sperm frozen, just in case she ever wants to have, you know, a cum-flavoured popsicle. No, my girlfriend can't have any more children, it's in her contract. She recently baby-proofed the house. That's what I'm calling the hysterectomy. The first few weeks after the birth of the child can be incredibly tough, so pro tip to avoid postnatal depression, try not to see your wife naked. Yeah, I should have said it, but I'm not wrong. Are there any mums in? Give us a shout out the mums. Any single mums? Okay, give me a shout, all the mums again. You're all single mums. All mums are single mums, that's my theory. It's the hardest job in the world. It's 24/7, 365, never ending chance of being a mum. And to your credit, ladies, you're all doing it on your own. Sure, some of you have got dads. There. But really, what are dads doing? Dads are, at best, babysitting their own children until mum gets back. I realise that is disrespectful to stay-at-home dads, but seriously, what are those pussies going to do? Are there any stay-at-home dads in? Of course not. They're at home. And now my point, parents are judged by a vastly different metric, aren't they? Like, to be considered a good mum, what you've got to be loving, nurturing, kind, attentive, always on call 24/7. Not easy to be considered a good mum. To be considered a good dad, you just got to not fuck off. You've had that conversation, he's a good dad, what do you mean? Still there. That mug that says world's best dad, she just reads, still here. Too lazy to leave. Well, look at it from the other perspective. We're very judgy about mums, aren't we? Very judgy about mums. We shouldn't be, but we are. Didn't breastfeed? Bad mum. Shop bought cupcakes for the bake sale at the school? Bad mum. Dressing gown on the school run? Bad mum. What's a bad dad? Fred West, Joseph Fritzl. Different level, isn't it? Different level. If you want to join the bad dad club, you've got to kill it or fuck it. Being a dad is amazing. You should try it, ladies. It's like being a mum with none of the responsibility. Being a mum is a full-time job. Being a dad is a lovely hobby. Yeah, I'll pitch you what it's like being a dad, right? Being a dad, it's like being royalty within your own home. I get wheeled out for special occasions and photo opportunities. Oh, hello, you must be my child, right? Let's see. And this is your sister, is it? Oh, it's another child of mine, I see. Snap, snap, family photo, off I fuck. Cutting a ribbon, cutting an umbilical cord, it's the fucking same, isn't it? Right? So, dads are like co-pilots. We're co-pilots of the house. I take over when mum takes a nap. But take off, landing, heaven forfend there's turbulence. Basically, if shit gets real, it's my job to wake her up and try not to fuck the students. Mums are like boxers. They're in the ring, they're taking punches, they're bleeding. Mums are in the fight. Dads, we're more like cornermen. We're sat on a stool, shouting encouragement. I'm squirting shit in the mouth, she's spitting into a bucket. It's fine, we've been together a long time. It's my job to throw in the towel, but first I'm going to have to ask her where we keep the towels. Have we got dads in? Where are the dads? Give us a shout. So dads, you do this dance. Do you ever get asked to do a job around the house? You don't like the sound of it, so you do it really badly the first time, so you never get asked again. Well, long story short, I didn't like the sound of bathing the baby. Oh, I'll chuck it in when I get back. That's one of those jobs you don't even need to fuck up, do you? You just need to suggest you're going to fuck it up. Bath the baby, not a problem, love. I just boil the kettle. I'll tell you what no one told me about. We should all be talking about this. Christmas. Christmas is incredible for dads because it's not just the kids. They get a wonderful surprise on Christmas morning when they tear open their gifts. Us dads are sat there thinking, oh, I wonder what we got them. Dads might as well believe in Santa Claus. All we know for sure is we were not involved. Sat there thinking, that looks expensive, who got you that? Did I? If you've ever thanked your father for a Christmas gift, you're a fucking idiot. Here's what happened last week. My kid walked in on me having sex and freaked out. He said, are you trying to hurt mummy? I said, of course not. He said, well then, you better not let her catch you fucking the nanny. Look, I was worried about becoming a comedian because this is what I do for a living, and I love being an edgy comic. But I was worried becoming a dad, I'd get all sentimental and I would lose some of that edge. So I'm going to tell you a true story now from the day I became a father. So if you've not had kids, you might not know, you've got the go bag by the front door. It's everything you're going to need for the hospital in one bag. So you've got the baby grows, the nappies, the wash bag, the nightie, the dressing gown, everything's in one bag, so you're good to go when the time comes. Now, you pack it quite early when it's your first kid. My dick wasn't dry, we had to go bag. And a good job too, because 34 weeks into the pregnancy, we had a medical emergency, we got rushed to hospital, we had to have an emergency caesarean section at 34 weeks, which was gut-wrenching. So at 34 weeks, you discover as a parent, it's all about lung development. Are the baby's lungs going to be able to breathe unaided, or is there going to have to be a medical intervention, intubation, and all of the associated drama? Now, thankfully, my son's lungs were developed enough he could breathe unaided, but he was very premature. Average birth weight in the UK, 8 pounds. He was under 4 pounds. They handed me my son, umbilical cord still attached. He fit in the palms of my hands. And it's very binary for men. We don't have 9 months of pregnancy and hormones to get our head around the idea of being parents. We're not, and then suddenly we are. Suddenly there's something in the world more important than us, and it needs looking after, and that's our job. And my first job as a father, the first thing I had to do for my boy was to find him something to wear. Because in the aforementioned go bag, I bought baby grows for a full-term baby, because that's what everyone thinks they're going to get, right? Not always how it works out. So we had this little premature baby. The nurses told me where to go. There's a clothing store for kids, a couple of blocks from the hospital. They've got everything, and they've got a section of stuff for premature babies. Now, I've never seen the baby grows for premature babies. Heartbreakers. You can't believe a human being could fit into something so fragile and delicate and small. They're like doll's clothes. So I went and rushed in. They had 3 in his size, so I grabbed them, took them up to the counter. This lovely lady behind the counter went, "Do you want the coat hangers?" I said, "I think it's a bit late for that." Oh, the relief! I'd been down about 90 minutes, I thought, this changes nothing. It's a genuinely true story, the look on her face. And then I did want the coat hangers, and she didn't want to give them to me. I don't know about changes nothing. It changes your perspective a little bit being a parent. Like now, if I'm watching the news and there's a story about someone shaking a baby to death, no, I get it. I used to think those people were mentally ill. They're just fucking tired. Leave them alone. I'm going to try a few new jokes, because look, every day I write new jokes, and I've got to test them. I like to test them in front of the audience. So we'll do a couple now, we'll do a couple in the second half. We'll see. They might be good, they might be shit. Yeah, let's roll the dice. Alright. AI is getting so advanced, and robots are getting so lifelike, it won't be long before you find yourself watching a live comedy show, and even if there's a couple of glitches. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's something. The scary thing about when we get our first AI-generated Prime Minister is we'll have no fucking idea it's our first AI-generated Prime Minister. Well, I'm not saying Rishi Sunak is an AI-generated deepfake. All I'm saying is, if we found out he was, literally no one would go, "What? No, Rishi Sunak? Completely CGI? No fucking way." You'd go, "Alright, yeah, that does make sense." Oh, that's pretty fun. Politics is basically domestic abuse. We get slapped around and gaslit by these shark-eyed cunts. And every few years, they make us come out in public and say how much we love them. They say you get the politicians you deserve. But if that's the case, what's Britain ever done to deserve... Oh no, fair enough, yeah. The real horror of suicide is how few people do it. Compared to how many you wish would fucking do it. Look at our politicians. You look at our politicians and you think, it doesn't have to be like this. Just fucking kill yourselves. The thing that puts me off the whole idea of suicide is leaving behind my family. So I guess for me, it's going to have to be murder-suicide. I'm thinking of them. My partner gets along fine with all my ex-girlfriends. It's my current girlfriend she hates. Now, I talk a lot about fairly extreme sexual practices, but my girlfriend and I are actually fairly traditional and vanilla when it comes to our anal fisting. Straight down the line, regular folks. Sometimes you have to tell your partner a little white lie, like, I love you. Or, it came back negative. A couple of times a year, I go to my local strip club for a drink, and I always get my usual, a 6-month ban for masturbating. I know 9/11 was a big deal for the Americans, but I'm like Al-Qaeda. I just don't miss the Twin Towers. Let's see how that goes in New York. Princess Diana, I like to think of her as the people's 9/11. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. But all those years, Princess Diana spent campaigning against landmines, not as effective as the 3.5 seconds she spent as a campaigner for rear seatbelts. Made a huge impact, mainly on the steering column of the Mercedes-Benz. What I'm looking for is a chat-up line that works no matter what vehicle I'm shouting it from. Sometimes, every now and then, I still get imposter syndrome when I look around and think, fucking hell, I don't belong here. They pick up, pretending to be a friend of her dad's. Gynecologists deal with ladies, proctologists deal with bums. So if you're a gynecologist, once a year on the patient's birthday, do you get to practice proctology? Alright, no, but that's how I spend my day. Alright, that'll do for now. Now, in the interval, tell you what's going to happen. Has anyone got any heckles or anything? You could...
Oh, wow.
What was that? What? Are you Snoopy's teacher? That sounded very... If anyone would like to heckle, you can feel free. When's the comedy on? It feels like you brought a knife to a gunfight, mate. I don't know whether that's going to cut it. What's your name, my friend?
Darren.
What's your name?
Darren.
What? Why the fuck would you want that? I'm clearly talking and looking at this guy. What's that name? Darren, my name's Darren. I know my name. So everyone knows their name, Darren. I know it's a bigger deal for you because it took you longer to get there. Fucking hell. Poor Darren. It's the booze, I blame the booze. Did your mum drink a lot when she was pregnant? Right, back to this guy. Where's the guy down here? Well, hey man, what's your name? What's your name? Arturo. I feel like you've probably been picked on enough, haven't you? Arturo. And how did your parents know you were going to be a massive bender? How? I don't understand, Arturo. What do you do, Arturo? You don't do anything. Good. You'd only fuck it up, wouldn't you? The best. Go on, Arturo. Are you a student? Are you working? You're 16. So, okay. Now, I don't want to lead the witness here, but are you at school? Yeah? School? So if someone says, what do? You go, I go to school. Okay? Try and be part of society as well. You don't want to wind up like tucking down. what's your plan for life, Arturo? What do you want to do? You want to move to a different country? Fucking hell. Okay, but you don't care what you do. Well, this is tremendous. I've got friends in the industry. How would you be, you want to travel, you want to go to other places, and maybe stay there, right? Drug muling. How much stuff, and I realise it may qualify as grooming if I ask, but how much stuff can you jam up your ass? It's absolutely key to this operation. Where do you want to live? What's the dream? Russia. Arturo, I don't know if you keep up with current events. I know the newspapers have gone out of fashion and TikTok's very distracting, so tough to even look at the BBC app, but I've got some very bad news. Now, Arturo, I can see why you'd be attracted to Russia, because it's run by a cunt and you seem to be... It feels like you're leaning into that personality type, but I don't want you to go there, Arturo. I want you to stay here. That's right. What do you want to do with your life? Has no one ever shown any fucking interest in you before, Arturo? It's a fucking disgrace, Basingstoke. Well, who are you here with, Arturo? Your mum? Hi, Mum. Which one's Mum? Where is she? Where's your mum? She's not sat with you. I think I speak on behalf of everyone, but we're all on your mum's side. Yeah, I'll drive you there. I'm not fucking sitting with you. You know you're going to make a cunt of yourself. We always do it. That's why we call you Arturo. As the comedy's died. Where is she? Hi. Hi, Arturo's mum. There weren't two tickets together. Also, cunt shops down here. Anonymous, join her in. Why does he want to go to Russia? What the fuck is going on? How shit have things got in your house? And he's going down rather than in a fucking gulag. What do you think?
Oh my God.
Am I going to listen? I'm back on Arturo's side. Of course. Go on, say your piece. What, sorry? Can you talk to me in the interval? But we're here right now. I seem to be in trouble with Arturo's mum. I think you might be confusing me with like a deputy headmaster or some authority figure that might give a fuck. Zero fucks. What, sorry? What, sorry? What's she saying? I don't know what I got told. I got told something. Are you alright? You might be. Now, this could be the case. I do this every day. I do this all day, every day. Like doing gigs, right? So I'm used to this kind of interaction. If you've taken it a bit too seriously, just step back from it, see the context. We're a comedy show talking shit. That's all we're doing. If this isn't fun for you, then it ain't for you. But I mean, I'm just fucking with Arturo. And by dint of that, we found you. I'm thrilled we did. But don't get angry about it. We're just fucking around. I like it when it gets awkward. Just comes up on the screen in the interval, you can text me whatever you're going to say. We read all of the text in the interval. So just text me, let me know what's going on. Just let us know if you've got jokes. Favourite jokes is my favourite thing. But birthdays, anniversaries, any moral dilemmas, anything going on in your life, doesn't matter if it's happy or sad, get in touch. I'll meet you back here in 20 minutes. I'll tell you more jokes. See you then. My girlfriend put me on the spot recently. She said, what are my 10 best features? I said, I like your optimism. 10? Why did you fucking neck in? Couldn't name 3, I'm still here. Is anyone here engaged to be married? Who's engaged? Here we go, everyone else engaged. These guys? You guys are engaged. You too. This is exciting. What's your name, man? Claire. And what's your name, man? Ryan and Claire, very nice to have you here. What was the proposal like? That's always my question. Was it working class or middle class? Because there's two, you're aware of this, right? There's 2 distinct types of proposal. There's your middle class proposal, your classic, your cliche. The man goes down on one knee, he's got a ring in a box, opens the ring box, diamond glimmers in her eye, she's no dummy, she knows what's going on. Places the ring on her finger. She knows what's going on, but he says it anyway. She cries, he cries, there's often a snot bubble, it's a very emotional day. There's then a photo shoot with her ring finger, so it doesn't look like the photo that they have to send to everyone she's ever fucking met. That's your classic middle class proposal, as opposed to your working class proposal, which is a little bit different. It's where the woman, not the man, thank you very much, it's where the woman pisses on a stick. We're getting married. Which one was it? Middle class, you're not from round here. Round here is considered posh if your baby's tattoos are spelled correctly. Is anyone in this situation who's in a long-term relationship but he's not asked yet? There's one up there, okay. Is he here? Is he here? He's not here. Okay, well I can't help you. Well, who's in it? Who's got? Oh, you guys. Oh. How long have you been together? 20 years. I'll take the case. What's your name, then? Natalie, and your name, sir? Richard. Natalie, do you want to know why Richard hasn't asked? I can tell you if you'd like to know. I can see it from here. And the irony is going to kill you, Natalie. The irony is going to kill you because it's the same reason you love that man. I say man, I should say boy. Because there's a child in those eyes, Natalie. He's a dreamer. You're a dreamer, aren't you, Richard? And he thinks one day he could do better. I don't want you to worry. One day he will give up and settle. Hey, my point is, proposals are not romantic, ladies. There's a reason men propose on their knees. They're fucking giving up. I don't really understand mother-in-law jokes. I'm going to get mother-in-law jokes, and the tropes can be funny, but they're based on a false premise, as far as I can see. Because what is your mother-in-law, really? When you stop and think about it. Christmas future. Well, that does not bode well. My theory is, your mother-in-law is Christmas future. That is what you've got in the post, gentlemen. Let that fucking sink in for a second. So you guys are getting married, right? Okay. And have you met her mum? You've met her mum, okay. So if you picture her mum now, in your mind's eye, Ryan, wasn't it? Okay, so you picture her mum in your mind's eye. If you can't imagine yourself hanging out the back of it, then I don't think this relationship really has a future. So here's my question to you, and I hate to put you on the spot, you know what I do, but would you fuck her mum? Yeah, so yeah. I don't know how, but we all know that's the right answer. And obviously that might be slightly uncomfortable for you in the moment. I'll explain what's going on. Here's what's going on. That means he loves you for real. That's true romance. He would fuck your mum. That's romance. Well, I'll explain what's going on. Look, you're marrying this beautiful woman. You're a beautiful woman. Now. But you're going to morph into your mum over the next 25 years. That's just nature. There's nothing we can do about that. And your mum is, let's assume, a fucking state. Some offence. But at no point is he gonna look at you and go, no, I'll be thumbing in a softie. I'm out. It's actually very romantic. I don't know if you're writing your own vows, but maybe we could work this into a big day. At some point you could clink a glass. Do I love her? I'll say, I fuck her mum. I think you know you're getting old when you walk into a room and think, what are coming in for again? And I think you know your relationship is getting old when you're having sex with your partner and you find yourself thinking, what are coming in for again? I've been in a relationship for a long time, like more than 20 years. I think the toughest thing is gifting in long-term relationships, because there's 4 big ones every year. There's Christmas, birthday, anniversary, Valentine's, right? When you run out of ideas, it gets progressively more difficult as the years go on. So, I'll tell you a story from Valentine's this year, right? So, early Feb, my lower back seized up. I had to get it cracked by a chiropractor. Has anyone had that done? Yeah, I've always been quite cynical about chiropractors because they're medical, but fucking just. Their solution for everything is, I'll give it a rub for you. It's one up from Mummy Kiss It Better. I saw this guy, I stand corrected. So the reason I mentioned, the guy operates out of this like medical facility stroke spa. They do everything in there, so I'm paying for the chiropractor. I noticed they do all these spa treatments. I thought, I know, I'll get the missus a gift token for a spa treatment for Valentine's. What could go wrong? I'll tell you. So they hand me a brochure, this thing. They do everything in this place. They do like 20 different types of massage, can't make head nor tail. 30 different types of facials, acid skin peels, whatever the fuck that is, reflexology, aromatherapy, Botox, filler, vaginal rejuvenation. How could I look myself in the mirror, call myself a comedian and not go for that option? Can't be done. Genuinely, I've never been more excited about gifting. I was up early on Valentine's morning, I got you this. It's a gift token for a spa treatment. I thought it'd be ideal for you because of all the wear and tear. It's vaginal rejuvenation. I've looked into it. Well, that needs rejuvenating. It's like a ripped out fireplace. Wasn't cheap, but I'm not tight either. I said to my girlfriend, I said, that's the largest vagina I've ever seen. She said, there's no need to say it twice. Have we got young men in, like 18? What? Yes, we have. Who's that? What's that? Who are you here with, Jack? 6 or 7 of us. How old are you, Jack? What's that? 30. Too old. You sound like a child. Tor might be the ideal fucking guy for this, but I think we've...
Do it.
How old were you, Tor? 16? Yeah? Maybe a touch too young for this kind of caper. What we're looking at, the ideal, the dream is 18 out with family. What have we got? Who's 18, out with family? Here. Hi. What's your name, Ed? Your brother's how old, huh? 18. What's your name, Ed? Will. Let's fucking do this, Will. I'll explain what's going on. Okay. And I'll tell you for you as well. This is for all the young people in the room, for young men in the room. Here's what's going on. Young women, very good at communicating. Yeah, sorry, women generally, very good at communicating. Not just with each other, but intergenerationally. Women talk to young girls and they let them know what's up And that's why young girls, on the whole, are not fucking dummies. Young men could be dummies. Well, it's not your fault, it's our fault, it's society's fault. There's not enough education for young men, specifically sex education. Well, that changes now. We're going to have the talk, Will. Have you had the talk with your dad? No. Well, don't worry, Will. I'm your daddy now. Alright, so, well, the reason I wanted to talk to you, really, this is for all the young men, the reason I wanted to talk to you, Will, there have been some exciting developments in dating. Consent has become very popular. Consent is all the rage these days. It's the new finger blaster. You're familiar with the shocker, right? 2 in the pink, 1 in the sting, that's how that works. Sorry, you're only 16. 2 in the goo, 1 in the poo. There. Well, here's everything you need to know about consent, young Padawan. Consent is a one-use deal. 1 consent per action. So a thumbs up to "may I kiss you" cannot, will not give you blanket cover for the evening. You can't then assume, well, the fucking and the anal and the facial. No. 1 consent per action. Think of it like condoms, well. 1 use only. Sure, a young lady might tell you she cares deeply about the environment, but you should see her face when you're rinsing out a condom. Even Greta Thunberg would say, no, throw a fresh one on there. Let me ask the grown men in the room, who thinks it ruins the romance to ask for consent at every stage of a sexual encounter? Well, you may be a rapist. Not a good role model for you, Will. His idea of safe sex is wearing a balaclava. He thinks foreplay is an uncovered drink. His favourite chat-up line is, "Does anyone know you're here?" But you're 18. We can mould you, as from clay, into the man we want to see in the future. These are exciting times. Here's the key thing, Will. Super simple. Communication. Talk to the girl that you're with. Fuck being embarrassed. Fuck being shy. Talk to the girl. That is it. Ask you, do you mind if I touch you there? Is it okay if we try this? Is it in you? What I think we need to do, I think we need to rebrand consent for young men, because for young men, consent sounds like the boring bit before the fun happens. It's the paperwork before you get your hands on the jet ski. That analogy works best if she's a squirter. Ask your mum. But all really will, when you break it down, all consent is dirty talk done right. But how do I do dirty talk right, Jimmy? Great question, Will. I'll tell you. 3 elements to getting dirty talk right. Okay, so firstly, right, say what you see, right? Check everyone is on the same page. I'm hard, you're wet. Stating the obvious like a sexual rain man. Stage 2, so if you want to have it, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be, I want to fuck you, you'd struggle to mess it up, you're a bride woman. Stage 3, ask questions, and here's the great news, there's no bad questions, ask what you want. Do you want a thumb in your bum? Will you put your thumb in my bum? It's all good. Alright, quick pop quiz for Will, let's see where he is. Will, you're 18, are you aware that women can come? Poor Will's trying to start it out. Inside he's thinking, but where from they've got BP? My girlfriend's capable of having multiple orgasms. Well, she had 3 last year. Are you aware, Will, there are different types of consent? Talk us through them. It's a little bonus lesson for you there, Will. Don't bullshit a bullshit again. Okay, I'll walk you through this. There's consent to fuck. That's the big one. That gets all the headlines. Consent to fuck. That's big, right? There's other consents. There's consent to get your dick in on well. When's a good time to get your dick in? Tell you what, let's workshop this. Let's gamify. We're laughing and we're learning what fun we're having. I'm going to give you some scenarios. You just got to tell me yes or no. Is it a good time for you to go? You up for this one? This might put you in jail. No, this will be fine. Well, just answer honestly. Yeah? Just a genuine answer. That's all you've got to do. Does it work right? Okay, so first scenario, you've asked a girl out well. She's agreed to go on a date with you. And why wouldn't she? You fucking dreamboat. You ring the doorbell, ding dong, she opens the door. She stood there all dressed up for the date. You're stood there, dick out, ding dong. Let her see what you've got in store for her. You don't want to waste her time. She doesn't like the look of the merchandise. What do you think? Well, yes or no? Well, shh. Not for you, it's for well. Well, what do you think? No, it's the right fucking answer. Relax. Too long a pause, but no is the right answer. Scenario 2. You're in the restaurant with the girl, it's going great. You're having a wonderful dinner. She's laughing at your jokes, you're laughing at hers. There's a bit of chemistry in the air. You say, look, enjoy dessert, but leave room for the sweet dick. What do you think, Will? No, correct answer. Perfect. One for one. 2 for 2, brilliant. Third scenario, you're back at hers, well, there's no one else in the house, just you and her. You're kissing and cuddling on the sofa, making out. You've got a top off. Sidebar, you make the noise in your head. No, I shouldn't have to tell him, but if I don't tell him, he will. I feel like I've solved a mystery there for quite a lot of ladies, haven't I? You've always wondered what that gormless expression on his face was. Honking away the tits. Doing the clown car on his head. Okay, so you're making out with her. You've got a top off. She's wetter than a submarine with a screen door. It's like an otter's pot. Wetter than a penguin on a slip and slide one. What do you think? Good time to get your dick out?
Yes.
Don't boy, this is for what? Well, what do you think? Yeah, and then you. No! No, you fucking moron! No! Don't get your dick out. Bad boy. Dirty boy. Don't get your dick out. Never get your dick out, well. Never. Fucking look at me. Don't get your dick out. Don't get your dick out. Never get your dirty boy. Bad boy. Don't get your dick out. Never get your dick out. Let her get your dick out. It's just got to be 100% her call. She gets your dick out or your dick stays in. You look as if you may have mild PTSD. You'll be okay? You're not going to have to wait long, my young friend. They're friendly around here. Yeah, you're going to run out of things to do by 10:30. By 11, she'll be thinking, well, it's not going to suck itself, give it in. Let's talk about enthusiastic consent. Have you heard the phrase enthusiastic consent? Yeah, well, look, I love the idea. I don't like the phrase. Enthusiastic consent makes it sound like she's got to make a banner saying, fuck me, Will, dressed as a cheerleader. That'd be lovely. Just not necessary. All it means is enthusiastic consent. What she says, Will, and her body language need to match up perfectly. It needs to make sense. So no means no. You know that? Of course you do. Yes doesn't always mean yes. I'll explain. If a girl says yes to sex with you, Will, but she says it through gritted teeth like she's in a fucking horror movie. Don't. If a girl says yes to sex with you, but she's physically tensing like something's going to hit her in the stomach, don't fuck her. Great rule of thumb for you, if she's stiffer than your dick, don't fuck her. Well, I feel like we've covered the basics. You seem like a bright boy. We should take it up again, right? Will, do you know how to tell when a woman is ovulating? It's the sound of women giggling and men going, what? Well, you can tell when a woman is ovulating, because when a woman is ovulating, she'll fuck you. Oh, the women in here know. There are women in this room right now with men they wouldn't have looked at twice anywhere else in their cycle. They're ovulating, so they're fucked him, they're in it now. The funny thing is there are men in this room that think they seduced that woman. No, she was ovulating. She would have fucked anyone that night. Basically, well, when she's ovulating, her pussy is eating her thigh. I don't do many impersonations. I do a very passable, ravenous vagina. Well, I know this might seem patronising, I'm talking down to you, at least metaphorically. But I want you to get something out of this, I really do. You're 18, I'm 50, I realise you might feel patronised, but don't. I'm going to give you now, I'm going to share with you now the best advice I've ever had, personally, on women, dating and relationships. You ready for this? This is wisdom, Will, passed down through the ages. Yeah. This is big. You thought you were just coming out to see a comedy show with family, now it's bigger than that. Bigger than that. Well, tonight, you become a man. Yeah? You ready for this? Yeah. Some fucking Lion King shit. Okay. Don't stick your dick in crazy. You meet a girl, doesn't matter how attractive she is, if she seems a bit mental, don't stick your dick in it. I want you to view that woman as you would a food blender, Will. Got a food blender in the house? Of course you have. You ever put your dick in it? No. Real smart. Same. Don't stick your dick in crazy. It's simple. I don't know you, Will. You might be thinking even now. You might be thinking, yeah, but what if she's a supermodel from Paris? Well, if she's a supermodel from Paris, and she's talking to you, Will from Basingstoke, she's definitely fucking crazy. It's often the way with wisdom, though. Simple, not obvious. Don't stick your dick in crazy. That's what no one told Prince Harry. Meghan Markle, what the fuck is going on there? I hear she's seeing Amber Heard in the final. Meghan Markle is, of course, a lifelong feminist, which she's demonstrated by marrying a prince and giving up her job. Let's hear it for Will, shall we? What a good sport. So, the sister, how old were you, the sister? 23? Okay. Are there any other young girls, like teenage girls in? What age are you? 18. 18? What's your name? What's your name? Libby. Well look, here's the thing, Libby. I feel totally confident chatting to Will about sex and dating and relationships and giving him advice, and I hope he got something from it. I mean, it was funny, but I hope there was some truth to it, and it was good. But I wouldn't feel comfortable mansplaining. It's when a man explains to me. I wouldn't feel comfortable mansplaining sex, dating, relationships to you, Libby. All I will say is this: don't fuck bad boys. I'm not even going to say why, Libby. Single mums are over there, you can ask. Well, I'm going to try some more new jokes, but feel free to join in. Oh no, we did those. Hang on. Oh yeah, fuck. Let's try these. Maybe. There might be some fucking gold in here. Let's see. We'll do like 10 that work, and then we'll fucking move on. I've been accused of being out of touch with reality, but you know what? As a woman of colour, I think just fuck you. That's fun, isn't it? bear the idea that I might die before my girlfriend because it will mean I've got the cups mixed up. I was wondering why I always want to have sex with my girlfriend after I take ecstasy, so I looked up the side effects: blurred vision and memory loss. Sometimes I'll be talking to a girl after a show and I'll think, is she high on cocaine? Or have I just blown half a gram up her arsehole for no reason? I've already told my kids that if someone offers them a joint or some tablets or a line of powder, saying it'll make them feel good, they should just very politely but firmly say, no thank you, mummy. I've been honest with my kids. I've told them, it's true, sometimes drugs can be fun, but the reality is that every so often, they're fucking amazing. Have you tried drugs yet, Will? Don't be soft, get involved. I'm an exhibitionist voyeur. It's tough. I have to try and catch a glimpse of myself masturbating without me noticing. I got into necrophilia by accident. Specifically a road traffic accident. In my defence, she was still alive when I put her in the trunk of the car. Sometimes when my girlfriend achieves orgasm, I get so overexcited I physically fall out of the wardrobe. Tinder is for straight people. Gay guys use Grindr. What do lesbians use? Plenty of fish. Are there any lesbians in? Way! Hi! Marriage is weird. It's an agreement with another person where you're both hoping at the end you die. A successful marriage ends when someone dies. And if you can make it look like an accident, so much the better. That's pretty good. My sister nearly drowned once on holiday, but she didn't, because right at the last second, a speedboat cut her in half. I've got a sister. Anymore. My girlfriend and I have a suicide pact that I really ought to tell her about. An old friend of mine had a mental breakdown recently. Came to his own family with a machete. His wife was in bits. Bit of fun, isn't it? Cartoony. What would you have done in this scenario? So it was a really hot day, well, the hottest day of the year, I think, and there was a BMW parked in front of my driveway, like blocking the drive, and there's a little pug dog on the back seat. And so I ran into the house, grabbed a hammer, and I killed the cunt's dog. We can all agree, very funny, but I've got a question here, not really morality based, but BMW or Audi? What should we... Do you think Audi's more now? It's more the current cunt. It's a lady with an Audi going, don't you fucking dare. Alright. I've got one of those American pit bulls, you know, the XL pit bulls? And they've got a terrible reputation, but it's so well behaved, seriously, you wouldn't even dream of attacking a child unless I gave a signal. There's only two types of men. Let's do a quick survey. Two types of men in the world. Men who have thought about having sex with a dog. Who's in that group? Okay, two types of men in the world. Men that have thought about having sex with a dog, and men that have fucked a dog. I'm genuinely worried my dog might be having a mental breakdown. Seriously, some of the things he's been saying. It was my 90-year-old granddad that convinced me euthanasia is actually an act of kindness. The idea of being a burden just disgusted him. So one day, when he knew the time was right, we had a whiskey together, looked through some old family photos, said what needed to be said, and we went upstairs and we killed Grandma. No one was half in that joke. Other than Grandma. I know condoms don't feel as good during sex, but I don't think young people really appreciate just how much wearing a condom reduces your chances of transmitting DNA evidence. There's this thing I'm involved with where for £10 a month I help support a young Ukrainian girl. You get these lovely messages from her, and it just feels good. The website, if you're interested, is OnlyFans. I know it isn't great parenting, but an iPad is great for keeping kids quiet. One good whack to the back of the head should do. My girlfriend asked me if she was the most important person in my life. And I had to remind her that we have 2 children now, so she's down 2 places. Number 17. I'm kind of self-conscious about being famous, and so the last orgy I went to a sex party, I disguised myself. I went incognito. I disguised myself pretty well, I thought, but about 10 minutes after I arrived, sure enough, I heard someone say, "Isn't that quite a small cock for a black guy?" Apologies for the image I've just put into your heads. I once took psychedelic drugs at an orgy, and I discovered something incredible about myself. I discovered I was not at an orgy. I'll sometimes look out and see someone in the audience give me that look that my girlfriend gives me just before we have sex, so I'll get security to go over and wake them up. The 2 people that have done more than anyone else for body positivity are Lizzo. She's a big fat fan. Sorry, brave and beautiful. What did I say? I get those 2 mixed up. These are fun. Oh, I know. Before I tell you this next one, I know. Some of you might hear it and go, "Oh, I don't know." I know. If we're serious about solving the refugee crisis, we should be focusing on countries the refugees are fleeing from, and making it easier for people to drown there. That might seem callous, but not as callous as the current fucking policy on refugees, which seems to be that. Drugs have a lot in common with religion. They're a great help when you're trying to sexually abuse someone. Alright, that might do for new jokes. Let's, oh, I tell you what, we'll go through messages. Now, from here on in, join in as much as you bloody like, shout out, fucking get involved. What first messaging? We've got some recent favourites, some from this evening. Let's see how we go. Are you Benson in the intro? Alright. I can see it, I can really fucking see it. If Will Smith's missus can't take a joke about her alopecia, that's tell us. Pretty good though. I'm 51 and my girlfriend is 23. We went out for dinner last night and people kept calling me a paedophile. It really ruined our 10th anniversary. It's a wrong, but it's a funny wrong, and let's let it go. I got a rubbish thesaurus for my birthday. It was rubbish. It's a bloke from Norfolk, baffled. Genders are like the Twin Towers. There used to be 2 of them, and now it's a sensitive subject. Please can I get a special birthday shout out to my husband, Drew Peacock. He's been a bit down recently, but tonight, I think he's finally getting up. Where's Drew Peacock? Where are you, Drew? Where? Drew Peacock, yeah. I was hoping there would be a Drew Peacock. Someone would fess up. Good message. They say there's a person capable of murder in every friendship group. I suspected it was Dave, so he couldn't have Excellent quality this evening. I was sitting on a train this morning opposite a really sexy Thai girl. I said to myself, please don't get an erection, please don't get an erection. She did. A single sperm has 37 megabytes of information. A single ejaculation represents a data transfer of about 1,500 terabytes. That's a lot of information to swallow. I brought my girlfriend here to celebrate her getting divorced at the weekend. Where's... Hi, is that you? Did you just get divorced? Well, congratulations, you're out there. Good on you. Good on you. And how long have you been with a new fella? Almost 2 years. Oh, sounds like he might have been the cause of that sentence. Sounds like he might have had a hand in that. Possibly a dick in it as well. And you're happy now? Well, good on you. And did you rinse the guy to get something good? What'd you get? He was skint. Oh, what's the point of that? God damn it, what about the new fellas? You got some gold? You got some gold, man? No. Probably a terrific dick though, so let's... Come on, you enjoy yourself. Congrats. What else we got? My friend has a massive crush on you, Jimmy. She's here tonight and she's dripping like a busted egg Well, sometimes when a mummy really loves a daddy, she will drip like a busted egg sandwich. Is that a line from Pride and Prejudice? What else we got? Hi Jimmy, I went to a fortune teller recently and she told me that in 12 years' time I'd suffer great heartbreak. So to cheer myself up, I bought a puppy. Fine. I've got a mate with a lazy eye. We call him Mortgage because one eye's fixed and one's broken. Why did the blind man fall down the well? Couldn't see that well. It's almost like a poem. Tremendous. Hi Jimmy, my wife is the only one I've been with in the past 25 years. All the rest were 9s and 10s. Chris and Emma are getting married 3rd November. Shout us out. Where's Chris and Emma? Where are you? Hi Chris, hi Emma. Chris, quick question. Would you fuck Emma's mum? Be even-handed about this. Chris, what do you reckon, Chris? Yeah. It sounds dangerous when he goes to what again? Jimmy, I'm in a predicament. My girlfriend is a twin and I accidentally slept with the wrong one. I should have been able to tell them apart because Sarah is blonde and Mike is I've been together with my girlfriend for 14 years and we just got engaged. Not funny, just sharing a sad story. Dear Jimmy, would you rather lick a dick a day for 365 days or lick 365 dicks in a day? Great question. So, look, I'm a straight guy. Neither option appeals to me, but I think the smart money's got to be on one day, hasn't it? Look, we've all had bad days. That's a bad day. But really, all bad days are sort of the same, aren't they? Because you end up in the same place, you end up in a bar going, I'll have a beer, please, I've had a terrible day. Oh, really, what's happened? Beer first, I'm a bit parched. I've had too much salt. But one a day for you, that would fuck with your mind, wouldn't it? Because I don't care how straight you think you are, that would fuck with your head. Because look, I've got no dick preference. Ladies, you got some dick preference. Ladies, you've seen some dicks. You've seen dicks you didn't like, dicks you liked. Think about your favourite dick, you'd love another bounce on that. Of course you would. I've got no dick preference, but 3-4 months into the dick a day challenge. Please. You start to have some pretty strong opinions on dicks. Inevitably you come down one merry morning, all right, that time again. Here we go. Oh, mate, look at that. That's everything you want in a penis. The girth, the proportions, hot. Delicious. I knew it would be. It would come again. So if I've given that slightly too much thought, that's the vibe I'm getting. Hi Jimmy, could you give a shout out to my mum and dad? They aren't in the audience or anything, they abandoned me when I was 6. What do you think of tongue tattoos? What? Clearly this is someone that's got a tongue tattoo. Who's got a tongue tattoo? Who sent me this? Well, someone fucking sent it to me. I want to meet someone with a tongue tattoo. Well, sorry? Have you got one? I know they can do sort of the inside of your lip, but I don't think I've seen a tongue. Can you tattoo a tongue? Too much what? There's too much saliva? You could wipe it away. What's it? Not when it's stuck out. No, you can. Also, the saliva's not under the skin, so... What's it? Stick your tongue out. What, have you got the tattoo stuff there? You're a very odd bunch. I like it. Right, what else we got? I was watching a squirt porno the other day, and I recognised a girl I used to go to school with. I thought to myself, wow, she's come a long way. Funny. Thanks for coming to Basingstoke, Jimmy. Most great comedians skip this place. Thankfully, you're not one of them. After my wife died, I couldn't even look at another woman for 10 years. But now that I'm out of jail, I promise to say that's right. FYI, the 69 will now be called the 96 due to the rising cost of eating out. Be careful if you're thinking of getting a rescue cat. My nan had a fall the other day and hers literally sat next to her and did fuck all. Rebecca and Matt's 40th anniversary, finally kids-free and living life to the max. Where's Rebecca and Matt Ryan? Where are they? Fucking hammered somewhere, are they? Where's Rebecca and Max? Toilets. She's getting fucking railed, is she? Good on her. Where's the... Where the fuck are they? We're tattooing each other's tongues as we fucking speak. What else we got? My wife wanted to spice things up by playing doctors and nurses. So I put on a trolley in the hallway and Here we go. My dad recently died because we couldn't remember his blood type. As he was dying, he kept insisting for us to be positive. Excellent. My girlfriend needed cheering up, so I surprised her with a bukkake party. Everybody came, you should have seen her face. That's a lot of fun. My mum bought these tickets for me and my ex-girlfriend, but now I've got a new girlfriend who doesn't find you funny, but has come anyway. I don't know where you are, but you can fuck off. Hi Jimmy, I'm here with my sister Michelle, who thinks you're wonderful. Well, she's right. She's been going through breast cancer treatment for the last year. It'd be great if you could give her a shout out if possible. Thanks, Virginia. Where's Michelle? Where are you, Michelle? Hey Michelle. Thanks for coming out to the show. Are you a year into the treatment, or are you all clear now? What's the current thing? A year. What the fuck is that? Christ, she's quick. How the fuck did you do that? So a year into treatment. Okay, well, very best. Thanks for coming out. I'm always aware of that. Like, there's always someone in the audience that's like, going through something, having a bad day or a bad year. Not sucking 365 dicks. You've got that mask on just to cover your breath. Do you want to hear my favourite cancer joke? I don't think we're in any doubt I've got a favourite cancer joke.
Oh, God.
So it's like a conversation. My father died. Oh, really? What was it? The big C. Cancer? No, he drowned. Very best of luck in your recovery, and thanks for doing the show. You say laughter is the best medicine, but I reckon stick with the chemo. Also good. Belt and braces, have both. What else we got? I bought a house today with period features, but my girlfriend hates it when I go on that. That was quite the gear change, wasn't it? Okay. My granddad hanged himself on Christmas Day, but out of respect for tradition, we didn't take him down until the 60s. Proud, isn't it? I spent an hour on my wife's grave today. Bless her. She thinks I'm digging a box. If animals don't want to be eaten, why are they made out of food? Okay. My wife is very attracted to you and loves your laugh. Take her out. Where's this wife? Oh, is it hello? Yeah, I can take her out. I reckon one punch. I'm flattered beyond belief. What's your name, madam? Hi, Sarah. It's very nice to have you here. Thanks very much. How long have you been with this guy? 12 years. And married? No, it's It's different when you love someone. Who said I loved her? Excellent. Are you security up there? You work security? Hey man, can I have a washed and brought to my room? It's a joke. Don't bother washing it. There'd be no point. She's going to end the evening looking like a plasterer's radio. What else we have? There's a couple in front of me and my mates. As soon as the guy got up, the girl went on Tinder. Should we tell him? Don't tell him. Try and fuck her, you soft cock. Did you know that pigeons die when they have sex? Or the one that I planted? Hi Jimmy, I'm in seat 35 double D. I wish my seat number reflected my girlfriend's boobs. I also wish I had a girlfriend. Funny. Hi Jimmy, I'm on a first date tonight. When we went for a beer before the show, I looked across at her. My legs turned to jelly. I couldn't think straight. I started to sweat, and that's when I knew I drugged the wrong drink. You must just check in with my Artur. You must just check in with Artur. How are you, Artur? Fine. Really fucking added value this evening. As did your mum. Where's mum? Over there. Over there. Hi, Artur's mum. You all right? Thanks for joining in. Fucking thanks to Will as well. Thank you all for being here. You've been fucking great. Alright, I think this is the last one. Hi Jimmy, me and my wife have decided to get a divorce. Booked tickets ages ago for tonight. Neither would part with our tickets, so we're here together. If you could be funny for me, I'll hopefully see a smile for the first time in 10 years.